You're probably familiar with the Robins of Earth Zero, where the prime events of the DC universe take place. But DC is a multiverse, and the Batman of Earth 31 had a very different Robin named Carrie Kelley, who is known for her role in the famous The Dark Knight Returns storyline. The Batman on Earth 31 is older and darker. The death of Jason Todd led him to retirement. Carrie bought a Robin costume and used it to hunt down small criminals and find Batman again. She mainly used a slingshot with firecrackers as a weapon. Carrie was 13 years old when she was attacked by muggers at night. Bruce saved her and came out of retirement with Carrie as his Robin. Carrie wasn't great at obeying orders from Batman, and he threatened to fire her multiple times. She was talented, so he let her stay. She was only fully accepted as Robin after Batman was brutally beaten by the leader of a gang named the Mutants. The new police commissioner, Ellen Yindel, was not a fan of this. She saw the two of them on patrol and saw this as child endangerment. Is she wrong though? The mutant leader was imprisoned, but he still formed a threat. He had negotiations with the mayor of Gotham and killed him by ripping his throat out with his teeth. Batman eventually managed to lure the leader to a mud pit and defeats him. With the leader defeated, several members of the mutant gang accept Batman as the new leader. They named themselves the Sons of Batman. The Joker resurfaced and killed the audience of a late-night talk show while also making a congressman take his own life. Joker escaped and planted a bomb on the fairway, which got defused by Carrie. Joker had a henchman attack Carrie and somehow he fell and died. Obviously, Carrie was shocked and upset. Maybe she even felt guilty. Anyway, the US government decided that Batman was bad, so they sent Superman to take him out. Carrie tried to delay his arrival, but a 13-year-old girl is nothing against Superman, so it didn't work. Superman and Batman fought. Batman was prepared because he had green kryptonite and a variety of weapons. He also let Alfred detonate a bomb in the Batcave that would kill him, Batman, and destroy the Wayne Manor. Of course, they didn't actually die. They held a funeral, Superman heard Batman's heartbeat, and he left it at that. Batman, Robin, and Green Arrow went underground to create a new Batcave together with the Sons of Batman to continue the fight. Carrie eventually stopped being Robin and took on the name Catgirl to later replace that for Batwoman. We don't really learn much about her personal life. We know her parents are alive, but not well. They were neglectful and were high on marijuana every time they talked. Her parents were part of the protesters during the days of rage riots in 1969, but her father didn't remember much of it because he was stripping the whole time. This does reveal that they were already using before Carrie was even born. So, we don't know much about our girl Carrie Kelley. We do know she was neglected at home and her parents were substance users. Carrie was at least 13 years old when she first went out to fight crime. Because of our lack of knowledge on her life, I will focus more on the effects of living with parents who use substances. Sadly, I will not be able to link it back to how it affected Carrie because we simply don't know. In the US, more than 1 in 10 children under the age of 18 live with a parent who has a substance use disorder. The substance use of parents undoubtedly has an effect on their children and their development. The parents live an unpredictable life in which they may not meet their children's needs. It does not necessarily lead to abuse, but it does make it harder to provide a safe and loving home. And that can lead to abuse or neglect. Especially staying organized and giving children support, keeping the house clean, recognizing the needs of the child, and keeping harmful substances away from children. This could be the drugs themselves or equipment such as needles. Not only is the physical integrity of the child at risk, they're also susceptible to emotional and physical abuse. Parents who use substances can become emotionally unavailable, which means they respond less to their children, engage less in play, and don't encourage interactions. They may also have difficulties controlling their emotions, which could lead to aggression. As I discussed in my Cassandra Cain video, abuse and neglect impact the development of the brain. This could lead to a reduced impulse control and weakened executive function skills. A parent with a drug addiction is 3 times more likely to abuse their child, and this has many potential effects on the child's life. These children are 50% more likely to be arrested, and they are 40% more likely to commit a violent crime. Victims of abuse tend to have more externalizing issues such as anger and aggression, while victims of neglect tend to have internalizing issues such as depression and anxiety. It doesn't just affect the development of the child, but also their mental well-being. Children aren't stupid and they catch on to things. They could develop a preoccupation with their parents' substance use and even blame themselves. Another possible effect is that the children may struggle with maintaining healthy relationships. Active substance use of parents can impair the attachment, but they're also not being a healthy role model for affect regulation. Because parents with such an addiction can place their own needs above those of the child's, children may learn that their needs aren't important. This could lead to difficulty setting boundaries in relationships. Not only that, but ongoing drug use could lead to parent and child separation because of incarceration, treatment, or child protective interventions. In more extreme cases, the separation could also be caused by the death of a parent. Such long-term separations will have a negative impact on the child's ability to attach to others and regulate their emotions. Parental substance use can also lead to educational problems. Children may not always be able to attend school or find the motivation to study, leading to poor grades and higher dropout rates. Parents who use may spend less time reading to their kids, helping with homework, or monitoring school performance. There is a chaotic home environment with unstructured bedtimes and possible abuse. This could lead to difficulties with concentration due to higher anxiety levels. It could also lead to learning and behavioral problems. Carrie Kelley worked with Batman, so it's quite safe to assume that she's a fast learner and has at least a normal intelligence. However, she did go out at night, alone, at the age of 13, to end fights by using violence. We can ask ourselves where the parents were during those nights and why or how they didn't notice their child was gone. This makes me believe that there is a possibility that she was neglected. If you're interested in a deep dive on the effects of abuse and neglect, I suggest you watch my Cassandra Cain video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!